Okay, students, so whatever mistake you have done in midterm exam, I will be discussing those questions. Okay, so most of the students have really done well this time, even though some students were lacking, right? And where you are lacking, that I'm going to discuss right now. Okay, and how to study again those questions. So most of you haven't practiced well the way I say it. Okay, so first thing, see here, most of you have made mistake in multiple choice question where the answer was rhombus, you have written square. Okay, the question was is if each side of a quadrilateral, if it is same, quadrilateral means four-sided figure, right? If it is same, then what this figure called? Now this figure is called rhombus. Why rhombus? See here, square you have condition. What is the condition? Square all sides are equal, it's true, but the angle it will make, that also must be 90 degree. If it is not 90 degree, then the quadrilateral which have all sides equal cannot be square. But in rhombus we don't have those condition. A parallelogram which all sides having equal is called rhombus. So don't get confused between this definition. Square I told you in class only, in class 8 only I told you actually this one, that square is part of rhombus, you can say. Okay, square will be called as rhombus, but rhombus cannot be called as square. I told you that. Okay, why? Because in square all sides are same, right? The moment you see that all sides are equal, it will be called as rhombus. But if all angle also 90 degree, then it has been given a special name. What is that? Square. Okay, so in the question it was mention only the side, not angle. It has been mentioned that all sides of a quadrilaterals are equal, what it is called. So it was rhombus. Okay, now next question number 1, degree of polynomial. This one I have asked, right? This is constant polynomial, first thing. Now degree of polynomial, first thing, what was degree? Degree means highest power of variable in the polynomial, right? Highest power of variable. Now in this polynomial, can you see any variable? Obviously no, right? This is constant polynomial. But when I have to check degree, you need to have variable, because degree you can check only highest power of variable. Power of variable you can check. So what is the variable here? I have shown you this one many times. Can I introduce variable here? Of course, here 6 into, I can write x to the power 0. X to the power 0 is what? Anything to the power degree power 0, it's always 1. The value is always 1, right? So 6 into x to the power 0 is what? 6 into 1, I can say. So I can introduce this variable here. So I can introduce this variable means what is the power of this variable now? 0, and you don't have any variable here, right? So highest power here is 0. So degree of this polynomial is 0. 0 was the correct answer. Some of you have written 1. If it is 1, you must have x. You must have variable in the polynomial whose power is 1. Highest power is 1. You can see the polynomial given was 6 and you can't see any variable here. So you cannot say 1 is the degree of this polynomial because there is no variable. If there is variable like this, then you can see power of this variable is 1, but you don't have x, you have only 6 constant. And whenever it's a constant number, I can introduce variable by writing like this. Power must be 0. Why? Because x to the power 0 is 1, so it will be balanced again. Okay, so I have teach you this one, so some student may not have concentrated well this. Okay, so might be confused here, so try to clear this. Okay, so degree of polynomial here it will be 0. I hope you have understood now. Next was question number 5, equation passing from 2, 1. Most of you have solved that equation and have written the answer for k. K you got 2, right? Most of you, not most, I will say almost all, have find out what is the value of k there. But after that question was write one equation which passes from 2, 1 or any point. If you have to write equation, what does that mean? I told you equation is nothing but linear equation. It is nothing but a straight line. It represents a straight line in a graph, right? So straight line in a graph means, and straight line how used to go? It is nothing but a collection of infinite points. These are points. right? So obviously if I have to write equation of a line which passes from here, what I have to do is that point must satisfy the equation. That's what I have explained, right? So I have to write one equation where this point will satisfy. So how I can write? Very simple. X plus 1, I will write x, it should be 2, y it should be 1, right? 2 plus 1, 3. This is how you can write down. You can see I can write this equation as a line which consists this point. Okay, this is a straight line, right? Because this is a linear equation. I told you this one many times. So if most of you have written this equation also, but some, not some actually, I think yes, equation you have not written. Most of you have not written this equation. This part you have done. Some only have written this equations. Okay, you have written different equation, but it was correct only. So I am showing you the simplest way. The trick is, what you have to do is you have to write equation in such a way that in place of x if I put 2, in place of y if I put 1, it must satisfy the equation. So that's how I have written 2 plus 1, how much it will be? 3, right? So I have written in the right side 3, and here I have written xy. So simply when I have to check whether this point will lie here or not, what I will do? I will put 2 here, 1 here, and will check whether it satisfies. Obviously it will satisfy because I made the equation like this. So this is an equation in which 2 comma 1 will lie. Okay, means equation passing from point 2 comma 1 will be this one. Or you can write like this also, 3x plus y. I told you randomly you write something here. Now after that what you do is 2 you put here, 1 you put here. Solve, what you will get? 2 if I put here, 2 into 3, 6 plus 1, 7. So use this trick. This is an equation which will pass from here. Why? Because this will satisfy equation. You just have to write an equation where this point will satisfy, right? So this is what I have explained many times in the class also. So might be you have not revised well, or you have not concentrated well while I was explaining this. So I hope right now you have understood this. Okay, so this is how we write equation passing from a point. Next was question number 2. It was about to show AB equal to AC, and the given information was only this one, that this is median, right? So if this is median and it is given this angle 90 degree, right? So if this is median, first thing you need to know what is median. Median means it is a line from a vertex to midpoint of opposite. So this will be midpoint. So if this is midpoint, this and this equal, this and this will be equal. This 90 degree given means this also will be 90 degree, right? So to show this equal, most of you what you have done is directly you have written AB equal to AC. It's not given. And some of you what you have written, in a median, if a median is given in a triangle, opposite angles are equal. This opposite angle you have written. Now this kind of property we don't have. So see the property, what is given to you is, in the question it is given this is median, right? If this is median, we know the property of median is what? It will be a line from a vertex to midpoint. So if this is midpoint, I know this is equal. So try to find out what information is given from the question, and according to that information also only try to find out the solution. So to show this one equal, what I can do is, you can show this two triangle congruent. That's why I say properties of triangle, try to study well, congruence property. Okay, so I can easily show this two triangle congruent. Why? Because you can see this side and this side already we got equal, this angle already we got equal, and you can see AD is common between these two triangles. So side angle side, side angle side. So very simple question, these two sides will be equal. Why? CPCT, corresponding part of congruent triangle, is always equal. So I have explained that also. So maybe some of you were not able to analyze the figure. So how to analyze, I have given you the information in your class video only, right? While discussing exercise, I told you whenever you have to solve some question, first always try to write down the info given in the question. Whatever information is there, you try to figure out in your rough. Okay, write down. If you cannot remember, if you cannot analyze like that, write down what are the information given. Like in this case, median was given, 90 degree was given, this angle, right? Write down that one and think with the help of this how I'll find out the solution. Now solution, what you have to find is AB equal to AC, right? So you draw the diagram here and try to find out this information, what I can do with this. So median means this will be equal. I got this information from this, right? 90 degree. Okay, this is 90 degree given. Now with this information, how I can show this to equal? So mostly I said that in triangle, if you can show congruent, this triangle are congruent, you can easily say this is equal. Why? Because in congruent triangle we know corresponding parts are always equal, right? So side angle, side angle, side, you can directly analyze. Once you write down the information in the diagram well, and if you analyze little bit, you can easily figure out how to find out the solution. Now analysis, for that you need to practice. Okay, simply in the first attempt you cannot analyze these things. Like you cannot say that this triangle and this triangle, how I can figure out that I can show this two triangle, because I have practiced these things many times. The moment I see this angle, this side equal, I can easily figure out that this two triangle I can show it is congruent. Why? Because I practiced many times. So this analysis you can do only by practicing more number of times. So when you keep on practicing different type of diagram figures and try to solve question, you will be able to analyze difficult, that is complex diagram also. You can easily analyze how to find out the solution with the help of given information. Okay, so in this case it was, you have to show this two triangle congruent, and mostly have solved this question correctly. This is for those who were not able to do it. Okay, somewhere some of them have made mistake here, mostly have done correctly this one. Okay, now this one also mostly have done correct only, but for some student in this question, some student what they have done is they have misinterpreted the question itself. So in this question what you were about to show was, you have to show, this is A, B, C, you were asked to show DE parallel to BC. This is what you were asked to show, DE parallel to BC. But some student what they have done is they have shown that this triangle is equal to area of this triangle, some student. Okay, now in your question this triangle area and this triangle area, it was already given, it was equal. You don't have to show that one, so you have misinterpreted that one. Okay, so see the question properly. You were about to show that DE parallel to BC. Okay, so in this case what information was given is this area of triangle, this A triangle and this triangle, it is equal, it was given. Okay, so this information only were given in your question, and with the help of that it was asked in the question to show DE parallel to BC you have to show. So very simple this question, we have done this property. Two triangle having same area and drawn from the same base. You can see this is base of this triangle, this is base of this triangle as well. So two triangle having same area and same base is always lie between parallel line. So that statement only you have to write. That's why it was for only 2 marks. So only mentioning that statement will give you the answer. So some of you have done, they have taken this one as parallel, maybe because you have question like that in your exercise, so you thought that that question only it was. So you need to see the question properly what have been asked. Okay, in this question this was given, this area of this triangle was given, you were about to show DE parallel to BC. Okay, so some student what they have done is they have taken that DE parallel to BC, it's given in the question, they have taken and they have shown that this triangle area and this triangle it's same. It's not like that. Okay, opposite it was. So I hope you have understood, and this property also a proof I have already given in the theorem. So you just see that theorem well and try to understand the property from there. Okay, then only you can easily solve the problem. Next was question number 4. It was mentioned that, very simple, this is also only for 2 marks. Now why 2 marks you will understand. This is very simple question. It was given that x is midpoint of AD, right? If this is midpoint, what is this line? Median, obviously, because from a vertex to a midpoint of the opposite side it is nothing but median, and we know that median always bisect the area of triangle. So it was about to show this area, you have to show it is equal to this area. So you just have to mention there, since x is midpoint, therefore bx is median. Some of the students have written this one correctly, and I'm very happy to see this one. This kind of questions Obviously it's not available in your exercise exactly, but I have little bit twisted this one and some students were able to solve that. This shows that their concept is clear. Okay, that's why they were able to solve these questions. Now those students who were not able to solve, you need to practice more on these figures. Okay, take simple question, that is first question from the exercise you take, and try to practice well those questions and try to understand. Then only you can solve complex problem also. Okay, so bx is median, and we know that median always bisect the area, so that's why this will be equal. So that was very simple question. Okay, and question number 6. In this question it was given that PQ is the longest side and SR is the shortest side. You have to show that angle P is greater than R. So most of you have written that this is longest, that's why opposite to this angle will be greater. Now opposite to this angle will be greater was property of triangle, not quadrilateral. So most of you haven't construct here this diagonal so that you can have triangle and can use the property. Some students have constructed the diagonal and then use the property. That's correct, and that's good also that you have understood how to use the property. Some student directly have written, since this is the longest side, opposite to this will be the greatest angle, like that you have written, which is not correct. You have to show R is greater than P, right? In the question it was asked R, you have to show it is greater than P, and then S is greater than Q, something like that you will have to show, right? So the concept how to use here is, now longest side opposite angle will always be greater. It was property of triangle, not quadrilateral. Okay, so to use that property you have to construct diagonal here. This is the longest side, so obviously in this triangle I know that this is longer than this side, right? I don't know about this one because this is construction. This might be longer than this one, so no need to consider this one also. Why? See carefully, this is the longest side, means longer than this one, right? So opposite to this angle will obviously greater than this one, because this side is smaller than this one, so obviously angle to opposite to this will be smaller than this. So this is greater than this one, we already came to know. So from this again, this is the shortest side. Shortest side means this is smaller than this one, so opposite to this will be smaller than this one, means here this is greater than this. So if this also greater than this one, this also greater, then can I say as a whole R, this whole angle will be greater than P? Very simple question it was. So it was for 3 marks, which some students were not able to do. This was very simple question. So R is greater than P. Similarly, you have to show this is greater than this one. Same thing, draw diagonal here, same concept, use it. Whatever you have used here, same thing you have to show. Okay, so these are the things, small things which you need to concentrate well and watch the video, practice well, that will improve. If you won't see the videos and won't practice, then obviously you won't be able to solve this kind of simple question also, which some students were not able to, which shows that you are not practicing well. Okay, so it's my request, see all those videos and practice. Your exam is also very near, your board exam. Okay, so from tomorrow I will continue whatever we have left out in the last class. Okay.